welcome to my channel or welcome back. Today I have kind of a fun video. I want to give you my absolute top tips for becoming a minimalist, or if you don't want to be a minimalist, just becoming more clutter-free. And these are my favorite tips that I have kind of acquired over the last year and a half of trying to live more intentionally, more minimally, and more clutter-free. But to make this a little more fun, to shake it up a little bit, I'm gonna do this in ABC order. So every letter of the alphabet correlates with a different tip, just to make it a little more fun and to make it a little easier to remember as you get into this process. So if you have not subscribed to my channel, I would love it if you did. I make videos like this all the time. So I would love to have you join the family. And without further ado, let's hop right in. Always be purging. Even when you think you've reached your goal of where you kind of want your house to settle and where you want it to rest and be, there's still gonna be birthdays and Christmas and anniversaries, and grandma's gonna come to town and bring gifts. So always be on the lookout for things that you can donate and declutter from your house. So always be purging. Buy less items on impulse. For me, this was tough. I really had to work to break the habit of buying items on impulse. But if you just start practicing buying less items on impulse, you will notice the clutter in your house really getting to a more manageable level. If you really want to think more clutter-free, if you want to start thinking more minimally, this is maybe my favorite tip. Buy less on impulse, bring less into your home overall, and this will immediately help kind of stop the clutter and help you get things under control without getting buried under more stuff. So buy less on impulse. Clear your surfaces. If you don't know where to start, clear your surfaces. Get into your kitchen. If the dining room table is kind of a clutter catcher, clear it off and let your family know this is a clutter-free zone. We are not going to be setting things on here just to kind of sit. That is not where it belongs. The kitchen table, the counters in the kitchen, the top of the piano, top of nightstands, dressers, desks, whatever. Clear them off and then designate them as clutter-free zones. Decide on a decluttering method. There are so many different approaches to decluttering. It is actually amazing. I am going to be doing a series of videos on different decluttering methods. So if you're not quite sure what kind of method you want to follow, stay tuned for my series. I'm going to give you so many ideas. But one idea just for now is the one-day dump. I talked about it recently, where you get a big tub and you dump absolutely everything from a specific area of your home into the bucket, and you only pull out the things that you know for a fact you want to keep. Store the rest so you can sit on it. This is an example of a decluttering method. Again, there are so many. Stay tuned for my series. Expect this to be a process. When I'm on Pinterest, getting more inspiration, getting more motivation for myself, I'm amazed at how many articles there are on how to declutter your entire house in one day or one weekend or 1 hour. I'm like, this is not realistic. This is a process. Expect that. This is going to take a lot of time. As I said, I've been on this journey for a year and a half, and it's not to stress you out. Don't be overwhelmed. Enjoy the process. Make it a slow one, but expect it to be slow. Don't get hung up or caught up on trying to do too much at once. This next one can be really tricky, but forgive yourself. It's really easy to get into kind of a guilt cycle as you get into your house and you start decluttering and you start regretting the fact that you even bought these items. You start regretting that you spent the money, that you allowed these items to fill your home, take your time from you. So try not to get into this negative headspace. Forgive yourself. Just remind yourself that this is a new leaf. You're turning it over and you're gonna move forward from here. Be really gentle with yourself and don't let guilt hang you up or hold you back. Just be really gentle and forgiving. Give items away. Try not to get too hung up on selling items. This can slow your progress, especially if the items aren't big ticket items. If you can make like $5 or $10, it's probably not worth it to slow you down. Give to family, friends, neighbors, charities, shelters, wherever you feel comfortable donating, but give things away rather than trying to sell every single item. Have a vision. Have a vision for what you want your home to feel like, what you want your home to look like, and this is gonna propel you forward when it gets tough, because decluttering is a lot of work, not only physical work, but mental work as well. So have a vision and just kind of keep following that path that's gonna lead you to that vision and give you what you're envisioning for your home and your life. Include your family. Not only include the members of the family that are actually living in your space, and have them help you and have them be a part of this journey as much as you can. Include the other members of your family that are going to be contributing at birthday parties with gifts and Christmas, and people in your life that are going to be giving your family things. Let them know how thankful you are for the things that they give you, but let them know what your goals are, what your vision is, what your dream is for your home and your life, and include them in on this and let them know how excited you are to start this new journey, and try and get their help and support. Journal your progress, and what I mean is take photos. I have my YouTube channel to help me kind of see my progress, but sometimes you don't even remember how far you've come. Your brain really quickly gets used to the new surroundings. So you might have decluttered 75% of the items in a specific area of your home, but your eyes, your brain, they all adjust really quickly to the new surroundings. So if you have a before and after picture to help you remember how far you've come, it can be incredibly motivating. My favorite before and after of my home is my pantry. I literally transformed it and it changed my life. It really did. So having the before and after has really been fun for me to go back and look and see, because I forgot how bad it really was. Keep the things you love and the things that serve you. It is totally fine to just keep an item because you love it. That is the point, is to surround yourself with the things that you use, the things that are serving you, and the things that you love. This is not about getting rid of everything, stripping things down to the bone. That is not the point. The point is to get rid of the excess so that you can enjoy your space, enjoy the items that you have, use the things that you have, and the other things aren't getting in the way and cluttering up your life to the point where they're holding you back from maybe accomplishing different goals or making progress in certain areas of your life or whatever. So keep the things you love, keep the things that serve you. Everything else can go. This next one is tricky, but limit your exposure to ads. The only way this is really possible is to spend less time on the internet. You cannot control the billboards that you see driving down the road. You cannot control if you're at a checkout line and you see a magazine. That is out of your control, but if you can limit your time on the internet, you will limit your exposure to ads. I was mind blown to find out that on an average day, each person sees about 5,000 ads. Is that not crazy? Absolutely mind-blowing. So if you can limit your time on Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, TikTok, it is going to significantly help you not get sucked in, not get tempted to bring more items into your home that you potentially do not need. Make room for what matters. This can be kind of a mantra that you can say over and over again as you are decluttering, trying to make tough decisions. Make room for what matters. This is so helpful, and I feel like I did touch on it a minute ago with getting rid of the things that don't serve you, that you don't love, but you can also think of this as making room for your family. If you have less stuff to manage, you have more time for your family. You have more time for your friends. You have more time to exercise. You have more time to meal prep, healthy meals. There is so much you will have more time for. So make room for what matters. Just keep telling yourself this over and over again throughout this process. Never organize what you can discard. I have fallen into this trap before of trying to organize items before I had decluttered. This is before I started my clutter-free journey or my minimalist journey. I would try and get in and organize a mess, and it really should be the reverse. Declutter, then organize. So never organize what you can discard. Declutter first, then organize. Own less, live more. When you own less, you have way more time and money to plan trips, to have adventures. So owning less allows you to have so many more valuable and meaningful life experiences. So try and remember that. Owning less helps you live more. Prioritize. Have a list of areas in your home that you are going to declutter. Start with the areas that are going to impact you the most. I mentioned my pantry. That was a very high traffic area. I use the pantry multiple times a day. And by getting in there and decluttering that area first, I was really able to see the benefits immediately. So prioritize the areas in your home that you want to declutter. Have a list, check things off. It is amazing to have kind of all of this organized and made into a plan. Quality over quantity. You've heard this 100 times. I love this one. I have, again, fallen into the trap of feeling like I need to own more. Somehow this is gonna be more fulfilling. The more options I have, the more freedom I'll have. But I was wrong. The better quality items you own, the more freedom you have, because it's not breaking down. You're not having to constantly fix it and replace it. So quality over quantity is really, really an amazing thing to live by. You're bringing in less clutter, you have less to deal with, but then you have quality items that are gonna work better for you. Remember your why. Why are you doing this? This kind of goes back to having a vision for your home, but also, what is the vision for your life? Remember why you are doing this. Is it so you can spend more time reading your scriptures? Is it so that you can spend more time taking your family on outdoor excursions? Is it so you don't spend so much time cleaning your house and you can play with your kids? What is your why? You have to have a reason, otherwise you'll poop out, you'll give up, because again, it's a hard process. Totally worth it, 1000% doable, but not particularly easy. So remember your why and keep reminding yourself of it anytime you feel discouraged. This next one is pretty self-explanatory, but shop less, save more. If you are shopping less, you will have more money in your bank account, which means more freedoms. You can buy tickets to Disneyland if you are able to save. So don't shop in the dollar section of Target and waste $50. I used to do this all the time. Save the money. Go to Disneyland. Use your resources. If you have a friend that's willing to come over and help you declutter, even help by asking you questions that make decluttering easier. Maybe your mom doesn't live too far away and she can take the kids for an afternoon. Maybe you go onto Pinterest and download a challenge, a clutter-free challenge or a minimalism challenge, a 30-day challenge. Use whatever resources you can to your benefit. Try and think outside the box. You don't have to do this alone. Use your resources. Value your time. Know when it works for you to declutter. Morning, maybe you can declutter from 9 to 9:30. Maybe after the kids get home from school, your oldest can watch your toddler, maybe a Saturday morning. So carve out some valuable chunks of time that you can declutter. You're gonna have to really think about this, put it in your planner, but value your time. Know when you are at your most fresh and you will be most able to make these decisions about decluttering, what to get rid of, but carve it out, value your time, make a plan. Wish lists are amazing for helping you not buy on impulse. When I was trying to beat my shopping addiction, which this is real, I had a shopping addiction. I would make wish lists and I would force myself to sit on an item for a minimum of 2 weeks before I purchased it. This helped so much. Sometimes I would end up going and buying the item. A lot of the time, 90% of the time, I would let the item go. I would delete it from my Amazon cart. I would scratch it off my wish list, but it was really helpful to have a wish list of things that I knew I potentially wanted or needed or thought I needed, and to give a little bit of time between purchasing was a really, really nice way to help me save money and help me beat my shopping addiction. I am gonna take some liberties on this next one. Expectations should be reasonable. Again, it's not reasonable to declutter your whole house in one day or one weekend. I just do not think this is a realistic expectation. So remember that your expectations for yourself, for your goals, need to be very reasonable. It's gonna take some time to get through every single room, every single space, and then to maintain it, it's gonna be a lifelong journey. Not in a discouraging way, just do a little decluttering every week or every month to maintain it. You have the power to make your vision a reality. This is another mantra. Just keep saying it. You have the power to make your visions a reality. The vision of your home, the vision of what you want your life to look like. You have that power. You hold it. You are completely capable of doing this. Getting to a more clutter-free place, minimizing your home. You have the power to do this. Even if none of the other members of your family are on board, you can just do your own stuff, your own personal space. You have the power to do that, to live out your vision. So just keep remembering that, just keep telling yourself that. Zone your home. So in addition to having a running list of the specific areas that you want to declutter, break your home up into chunks. Are you going to start on the main floor? Are you going to start in the garage, the upstairs, maybe all the bathrooms, maybe all the closets? So zone these areas out, and then you can break them into smaller tasks and smaller categories. Again, starting with the things that are going to impact you the most, or that are gonna make your life easier today. So zone out your house and then have a running list of the order you want to follow. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to be notified of when my Decluttering Method series airs. I'm super excited about it. I have so much to share with you guys, and I really hope it's helpful. Thank you for joining me today, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye.